Hey everybody, welcome to another Ostap analysis. Today we're going to take a look at a nice back and forth sequence that ends up with Lagarto, who's on bottom right here, scoring the sweep to win the match. And this is from the finals of the 2014 Europeans. He's up against Rafael Lovato Jr. in blue on top. So we start off here in the 50-50. Lagarto's going to get a sleeve grip and he gets the spider on Rafael. Then he's going to transition here into X guard. Rafael's able to stabilize. Shoves his foot in his face, but then he gets it to the other side. Lagarto's going to try to get up with the X guard. Try to finish that single leg sweep. There you go. But Rafael's able to stop him. Steps over top. And then here Lagarto gets like a funky leg position. Modified 50-50, and then he's going to get the pant grip, scoot himself to the back. He's going to grab the other pant leg. So here he comes up behind Lovato, and Rafael Lovato initially stays standing, but we'll see that Lagarto's able to drop him down, and then after a 3 count, the ref scores the points, and that's what gives Lagarto the European Championship. So let's back it up. Okay. Here we go. So left hand grabs the sleeve, and that's the outside hand. Outside foot circles in for the spider hook right here. Okay. So what this does is it prevents Rafael Lovato on top from using his right hand to control this leg of Lagarto's. If he drops to his butt, if you're playing 50-50 with both people down, you can still use this other hand. But because Rafael is on top, he's using this hand to support his base. Now, normally, when someone removes this leg, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world because Rafael could start stepping to the front side because now this obstruction will be blocked. But we're going to see how Lagarto is able to deal with this. So here we see he's going to pull that foot out. There he goes. Throws it on the hip to push him away. Rafael is going to immediately stuff it with his free hand here. There he goes. But as we saw, Lagarto is ready for this. So the second that foot gets stuffed, his spider hook goes right there to the front side. And that hook at the hip prevents Rafael from continuing to pass to the front side. Now Rafael recognizes this right away, and you'll see he starts to backstep a little bit. As he backsteps, he kind of drops to his knee, and Lagarto is still able to keep this knee on the outside of Rafael's hip. From here, Lagarto is going to square himself up. There you go. And now we're essentially in reverse X guard. So in reverse X guard, it's like X guard, but the foot is on the other side of the head. Lagarto has more threats to Rafael's back. If he's able to sweep him to the back side, he can also come up in a leg drag. So what Rafael is going to do is he's going to try to move this foot across to the other side where he feels a little bit safer. Now from here, the other thing you'll notice is Rafael's right hand is on Lagarto's sleeve. Okay? So in a moment here, when Lagarto tries to sit up with the X guard and try to get that single leg up on his shoulder, we'll see how that stops him. So here he goes. And normally when you sit up, with your free hand here, Lagarto's right hand, that's the hand that posts on the mat, and then you can technical stand up. But because Rafael has that sleeve, you'll see that he just gets dropped right back down because he can't post up onto that hand. So one more time. He goes there. Looks like Rafael put some weight behind his leg too. And now he immediately shoves this leg and starts to step to the front side to try to pass. There he goes. Now from here, Lagarto's able to invert. And watch what he does with his right leg here. He inverts, that right leg comes over, and initially he sort of hooks it right here on the calf. And what this does is it prevents Rafael from backstepping, okay, which is one potential answer from here. So Rafael's going to keep trying to circle around to the front, but once we get to the second angle, you'll see the kind of control that Lagarto has on his foot here, right there. So he's holding that foot in. So the more Rafael tries to step over to the front, he's kind of putting that torquing knee pressure on himself, so he can't keep turning this way. Now, one of the reasons why I call this like a modified 50-50 is if you just imagine Rafael, if he were to like backstep around and this foot goes across, he's essentially in 50-50. So another way of looking at it too, it's he's in 50-50, but he has his knee out on the mat. Now from here, one other thing that you'll notice, initially Lagarto is trying to get control of this pant leg here. Rafael moves it. As he moves it, he switches his hook to the front side, again, to help stop Rafael from turning in that direction. This will also provide him his rear hook once he gets behind Rafael. So he's controlling that foot. Yeah, there's that hook. He keeps controlling the foot and switches up to the pants. And now just keeps the hips in very tight to him. From here, he scoots out a bit. Gets a second grip on the pants here. And then once the foot slips off from his hip, once Rafael's foot slips off, he's essentially behind him. Right there. And then as we saw, he eventually gets it too. So let's just look at it one more time from the beginning. See all the different grips and the transitions. Okay, so here we go. 50-50. He gets the spider hook. Foot comes up, pushes on the hip in a second. Lovato tries to step over, but he gets blocked. Back steps, but Lagarto gets reverse X guard. Rafael gets his foot to the other side, controls that sleeve. So as Lagarto tries to sit up with the X guard, in a second, there you go. He's able to drop him back down. He steps over, Lagarto's able to invert, still controlling Rafael's foot. There he gets that hook on the front of the knee, still controlling the foot. He's going to switch to the pant grip, scoot out a little bit. Gets the second pant control. And then here he gets all the way behind him. I hope you guys found that analysis helpful. For more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook.